Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 101 is in the building, and we picking up with the events following the defeat of Cell Max. Now, we saw last chapter how the whole squad put the smackdown on him, and if you missed that chapter, check out the Dragon Ball Super Manga playlist. And if you're new to the page, welcome. My name is Q. If you like what I do, become a part of the crew. Leave a like and subscribe, and without no further ado, let's get to the review. So the chapter opens up with Carmine and Soldier 15, and they're cruising around in a red pharmaceutical company vehicle. They're chopping it up about reviving the Red Ribbon Army and how impossible it's going to be as long as King Piccolo and Son Gohan are around. So then we see them held up in what seems like a traffic jam until we see two people flying through the air. Turns out it's Trunks, or Saiyaman X1, and he's sending robbers ricocheting off a car hood. He's got them beating each other up. He's straight clowning these dudes, neutralizing all threats and giving one a pep talk about reforming his ways. Then Goten comes out with his own pile of bodies, letting Trunks know that the bank's all clear, and the both of them are seemingly disappointed in how quick it was all settled. So of course, with all this commotion, it gets Carmine's attention, so he approaches them on some, "Hey little boys, wanna go get some pizza?" So Carmine's trying to convince them to put the smackdown on Gohan. Of course, they don't know this, but he can't give them a clear motive that aligns with their morals for them to even do the job. And since Trunks makes it clear a couple times that they don't need his money, he tries the next best thing, the surefire way to get a Saiyan riled up and get under his skin: his pride. So now he's got him hooked, because they got to prove now that they the shit. So they're in agreement as long as they can record everything so Trunks can show out for Mai. Now as they hop in the red pharmaceuticals whip, you can see the capsule logo on the back, just a little subtle reminder to us on why Trunks don't need the cash. Next, we cut to a sparring match between Vegeta and Broly, and you can really tell Vegeta's growth since the last time they faced each other. Of course, Broly's restricting himself so he's not losing control, but even still, you could tell by the confidence in Vegeta's smile that he wants all the smoke. He effortlessly dodges Broly's charge and then proceeds to kick him in the back of the head, only provoking the beast. So Broly comes back blasting at Vegeta, but the cocky prince of them all swats away every blast and then blitzes Broly from above. He's really serving him defeat this battle, literally. Then he meets Broly on the ground as he lands and then taunts him, "Are you ready to snap, Broly?" Which I just love how this is totally different from their last encounter. I mean, you could see Vegeta's clearly got the edge. And even a little later in the chapter when he transforms, it's not even because he's pressured, it's just because he's turning up. But then Broly tries to backhand Vegeta, but then he realizes he gotta be quicker than that. Vegeta backpedals with the swiftness. Now Broly's charging back at him full speed and connects a thunderous shot to Vegeta's 5 head. And you could tell by Broly's face, he's looking like, dang, his forehead's over 9,000. And then you see after Vegeta eats the punch, he's got his ultra ego endorphins pumping. Look at his smile. Now, from the context of the battle, you can tell that Vegeta's low-key mentoring Broly, as he's letting him know to embrace his anger and to control it and not to let it control him. But then he puts pressure on Broly with a barrage of punches and connects a vicious uppercut to Broly's stomach, the same uppercut Goku gave him in the last chapter. Look how we adapt and learn. You can tell though when Broly takes the blow, he nearly awakened the beast, but he contained himself once again. Now Vegeta notices and remarks, "What's the matter? You can't wield your full might out of fear that you're gonna snap?" And Goku sees it too, and he comments, "Oh, Broly, he still needs some work." One thing notably, instead of Broly annihilating the tree, he uses it as leverage to propel himself towards Vegeta, which catches Vegeta off guard, forcing him to blast Broly in an attempt to slow him down. But Broly's not having none of that, slapping all the blasts away and straight up headbutting him just like he did Goku when they were sparring. So Vegeta takes this opportunity to scurry off into the forest. Now here's how you can tell that Broly's been training and growing. So you got a Super Saiyan Vegeta, someone that's regarded as a genius with ki control. I mean, this guy learned how to sense ki just by seeing it done. Now he's concealing his presence, but even still, Broly finds him in a matter of 2-3 panels. Don't take no time at all. And then Broly proceeds to lumberjack the landscape. We see Vegeta weaving through the trees, and then Vegeta makes a beeline for Broly, and the two exchange blows once again, and they seem to be evenly matched in the sparring session. So Whis is relieved that we're finally seeing some progress with Broly, but we still got a ways to go. And Vegeta acknowledged Broly for his growth as well, but he realizes that as long as he's unable to release his true might, battling Broly just won't do. Broly looking disappointed, seeking guidance from the prince, who only responds, "Find the answer for yourself." Ain't no help. Broly mentions it's still tricky for him to do that Super Saiyan transformation. which if you ask me is definitely a nod to Broly having a new transformation. Something he can control, a mastered state, something similar to what KO had in the Tournament of Power arc. Next we got my man Lemo, rocking the emo fit. You know he only got his name on the apron so Beerus can remember that shit. We gonna see in this chapter too that Beerus got memory struggles. But Lemo's loving his new job as the vending machine as he dispenses water for the squad. And look at Broly getting used to drinking regular water. Now personally, I feel like every time Chi-Lai gets some lines, she always gotta be talking about some you boys this and all guys are that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that after waiting a whole month for the next chapter. Give me some more substance. Most of the time I be thinking, get this chick out the dialogue so we can focus on something real. Like, we get it, she's a female. And what else? Have her say something else. But this time she actually had a bomb-ass question about how y'all gonna react if Black Frieza pull up right now. To which Goku responds, even though he's a bad dude, I can't help but be impressed with the bull. To which Beerus lets him know, Goku, there's always gonna be somebody or something stronger than you. So keep chopping away at that training and don't get lazy. Once you surpass me, I'll nominate you to be the next god of destruction. To which Goku reiterates that he don't want the job. Then Beerus confirms with Whis the status of the Earth. Whis lets him know that a fearsome beast, Cell Max, threatened the planet, but Goku's son and Piccolo and the others fought him back. Now this is what I meant about the memory struggles. Cause we seen Beerus give Gohan his flowers at the Tournament of Power after he dealt with Dispo, but now he don't make an impression on him. Anyways. So Vegeta chimes in saying that, hear Bulma tell it, Gohan done surpassed Goku and Vegeta, which ain't really saying nothing considering that they ain't been home since the beginning of the Granola arc when they got their mastery of their new forms. Plus, what makes Bulma such a reliable judge of power levels anyway? I mean, it ain't like Capsule Corp got some new line of scouters that they done launched and she clocked Gohan over 9,000. Anyway, Goku mentions he had his hands full with Vegeta, so he wasn't able to sense his ki, to where Vegeta reiterates the dub over Goku in a 3-panel spread that reminds us that he still got just as much ego as he got forehead. Now we cut back to Goten and Trunks and they're on their way out the city, and Gohan starts getting nervous because he realizes where they're going, and he's about to actually throw hands with his big brother. So as they pull up to Gohan's house, Carmine hop out like on some G shit, straight up wetting up the whole mansion until Gohan hops out in his study fit so he can hush the noise. Gohan's flinging away these bullets like they boogies with no effort, and then Gohan's prescription lenses kick in and he starts realizing that it's Red Ribbon. Now him knowing that he got a backup pair, he don't waste no time going straight to beast mode, shattering his specs, making a statement, leaving a crater in his front lawn, which was a lot smaller than the crater last time when he was just a Super Saiyan when they pulled up. But I'm gonna give Gohan the benefit of the doubt. He's a lot closer to his house this time, so anyway, Goten and Trunks start shitting bricks in the back seat, and then Goku and Vegeta start to feel Gohan's ki all the way from Beerus' planet. Now, they make it seem like this is a hell of a feat, but just like that Bulma statement from earlier, I don't really know how much this gives us. There's not too much to go off for scaling because Gohan's ki's already been sensed from Beerus' planet when Frieza pulled up. Granted, Frieza was there, so his power was able to be sensed, and in the anime versus the actual movie, you got the others that are powering up with him, but I just don't know how much that's telling us. I mean, it seems like it's easy for them to sense now, so that maybe that says something, how noticeable it is. So as Gohan gets closer to the vehicle, then he notices Goten and Trunks in the back seat. And what's up with Gohan not being able to sense anybody? Every time Red Ribbon roll up to his house, he's got his comrades with him, and he can't sense their energy. None of them. Piccolo, Goten, Trunks. I mean, he's obviously skipping on his training. He's getting rusty, but at least he can go into the beast form still. So Gohan almost blows their cover as he's demanding an explanation, and the moment that he powers down, Goku shows up with instant transmission and the chapter ends. Now this was a pretty dope chapter. So we get a nice continuation of events following the movie. I mean, just to kind of digest everything, we know Red Ribbon is still slithering around in the shadows and that their funds and that their resources are still intact. We know Goten and Trunks are still cutting class and remaining in the hero game. We know all the Saiyans are still progressing back on planet Beerus in preparation for Black Frieza. We see that Beerus is still looking for a replacement for a god of destruction, yet he's steady demanding respect for a position that don't seem like he even want. Go figure. We see Gohan can still tap into beast form, and lastly but certainly not least, we know Goku only showed up because he wanted to throw hands. I mean, he just had to sit and watch Broly and Vegeta go through their match, so I know he's in the mood to box up his son. So I'm going to go ahead and call it Ultra Instinct Goku versus Gohan Beast in Chapter 102. Let's see it. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter. What would you rate this chapter on a scale of 1 to 10? Tell me what your favorite part was, and what are you looking forward in the next chapter? And while you're down there, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.